Assalamu alaikum. Today's the topic of our discussion is the Brayton cycle, also known as the gas power cycle. The main purpose of the Brayton cycle is the power production and also used in the jet propulsion. In power production, we will use it in the different power plants to produce electricity or to run the different components. While in the jet propulsion, it is used in the gas turbine. This application we will discuss in detail later. Before starting to the Brayton cycle or the gas cycle, let us take the following assumption. The first assumption, the working fluid is the ideal gas. What does mean the ideal gas? It means it obeys the laws PV is equal to MRT. The main law PV is equals to MRT. The second assumption is like in the Otto cycle or in the diesel cycle, there is a combustion chamber that produce the heat and expand the gases further, and result is the power output. But in this case, the combustion chamber is replaced by a heat source that is basically a single flow. So what does it mean? Basically, there is a heat exchanger in which when the hot gases come in contact with this heat exchanger, it will transfer to the heat to the cold gases, and in this way there is a heat transfer. So this is a single flow heat transfer. While in case when there is a removal of the gases, as we already discussed, the Brayton cycle or the gas cycle is the single phase cycle. So the working fluid is the gas, and the gas heat is removed from that gas, or the exhaust gases is rejected into the atmosphere, or it can be further utilized into the system again. It means the entire cycle is complete now, or it is, we can say, entire cycle is the closed now. So basically we have two types of the cycle. One is the open cycle gas turbine, and second one is the closed cycle gas turbine. If we draw the schematics for the open cycle, there is a combustion chamber. Here is the compressor. This is the gas turbine. Heat working fluid, as already discussed, it can be any gas like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, helium gas, or any other gas. So if we discuss the gases enters from the compressor. In the compressor at point 1, it is compressed to point 2. As it is compressed, it is passes through the combustion chamber, also called the reactor, enters at point 2. When it receives the heat at constant pressure, here the pressure is constant at constant pressure, and emerges at hot gases at point 3, from where it is expanded to the turbine 2.4. The hot exhaust mixes with the atmosphere outside the cycle, and the fresh cool air further supplied at point 1. The turbine supplies the compressor power. This is the shaft, common shaft between turbine and the compressor. The turbine supplies the compressor power. Useful power may be supplied by the turbine or by expanding further in a nozzle that supplies the propulsion, or to the vehicle carrying the power plant, or also carrying the power plant such as the jet aircraft. So this is the open cycle. Similarly, if we discuss the closed cycle, the main component of the closed cycle are same again. We have a compressor, turbine. Both compressor and turbine are connected with the help of a common shaft. There is a combustion chamber, gases enters, and from point 3, there is another heat exchanger at 4. So, similarly, if we discuss the closed cycle gas turbine, the working fluid for the closed or for the open cycle gas turbine, it can be a monatomic gas like helium, diatomic gas like air, or it can be a triatomic gas like carbon dioxide. Any of the gas can be the working fluid. In the closed cycle gas turbine, the gas is heated in a heat exchanger and expanded through the turbine, cooled down in a condenser, and compressed back to the reactor. So the exhaust is not wasted to the atmosphere, but it again utilized into the compressor, into the condenser, and further compressed in the compressor. So if we discuss the working of this condenser or this heat exchanger, like we elaborate, this is the basically heat exchanger. In heat exchanger, one side is for the hot air. Hot air enters. There is a cold water inside the heat exchanger. This cold water receives the heat from the hot water. As a result, the temperature of the water gets rise, and this hot water is further utilized in some other process, and the cold air is further transferred to the compressor. Compressor compress the gases, increasing the pressure and send it to the combustion chamber. In the combustion chamber, there is a fuel. The purpose of the air in this case or in the Brayton cycle is when the temperature is increased, it also used as for the ignition purpose. So in this cycle, a gas other than air can also be used. The most suitable working fluid of this cycle is the helium. So if we draw further discuss the PV and TS diagram of the Brayton cycle, there are basic. If we draw further, first we will draw the PV diagram. So it looks like this is the pressure axis, this is the volume axis. 1 to 2 is the process of isentropic compression. So this is the 1, this process is 2. 1 point is the ambient point. The 2 to 3 process is the constant pressure, heat addition in the combustion chamber. 3 to 4 process is the expansion in the turbine. And 4 to 1 heat rejection, constant pressure, heat rejection to the atmosphere. So if we write the equation, work of the compressor will be equal to change in enthalpy from point 1 to point 2, and work of turbine will be equal to change in enthalpy H3 minus H4 minus H4, H2 minus H1. So this is also the net work will be equal to work of turbine minus work of compressor. Similarly, if we draw the TS diagram, the TS diagram will look like this is first temperature pressure line, this is the second. In this line, the pressure remains constant. Here the pressure also remains constant. So the process 1 to 2, this is the process 1 to 2, this is process 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and the process 4 to 12. So this is the TS diagram of the Brayton cycle. Let's start. If we want to calculate the efficiency of the Brayton cycle, okay, the basic expression Q input, as we know that the Q input is from 2 to 3. This is the Q input, and 4 to 1 is the Q output. So Q input will be equal to change in enthalpy from point 3 to point 2, and the Q output will be equal to change in enthalpy from point 4 to point. So from first law of thermodynamics, delta U plus W is equal to delta Q. Since it is a closed cycle, so the change in internal energy will be equal to 0. So delta Q will be equal to W. So W net will be equal to Q in minus Q out. and we know that efficiency will be equal to W net divided by Q input. So if we put all the values, W net will be equal to Q in H3 minus H2 minus H4 minus H1. And we know that H is equal to MCPT. So W net will be equal to M dot Cp T3 minus T2 minus M dot Cp T4 minus T1. So the efficiency will be equal to M dot Cp T3 minus T2 minus T4 minus T1 divided by Q in will be equal to M dot Cp T3 minus T2. So efficiency M dot Cp T3 minus T2. So if we further simplify, it will be equal to 1 minus T4 minus T1 divided by T3 minus T2. To further simplify, 1 minus, यहाँ से अगर मैं T1 कॉमन ले लूँ और from what denominator we take T2 common, so we will get a formula like T1 will be equal to T4 by T1 minus 1 divided by T3 minus T3 by T2 minus. So what we have to calculate, we have to evaluate the value of T1, T2, T3, T4 or any of the three values in terms of one temperature. So if we look at the diagram and if we further simplify, from process 1 to 2 is the isentropic process and 3 to 4 is also the isentropic process. For 1 to 2 and 3 to 4, we can write an equation T1 V1 gamma is equal to P2 V2 gamma. And we already discussed the working fluid is ideal gas. So PV is equal to MRT. So if we want to calculate any of the value in any of like हमें प्रेशर वॉल्यूम को टेम्परेचर की टर्म में निकालना है, तो यहाँ से अगर मैं प्रेशर को वॉल्यूम को सेपरेट कर लूँ तो व्हाट वी विल गेट दैट इज MRT divided by P. Put this value, this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2, put 2 in 1. अगर हम पुट करें यहाँ पे तो हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा P1 we get MR T1 divided by P1 whole power gamma is equal to P2 MR T2 divided by P2 whole power gamma. So यहाँ से MR से कैंसिल हो जाएगा. What will we get? T1 divided by P1 whole power gamma equal to T2 divided by P2 whole power gamma. So basically what we हमारे पास जो फाइनल एक्सप्रेशन आता है that is T2 by T1 is equal to T2 by T1 gamma minus 1 divided by gamma. Similarly, for process 3 to 4, that is the isentropic expression, isentropic expansion. 3 to 4, that is the isentropic expansion. The expression will be look like P3 V3 gamma equal to P4 V4 gamma. Similarly, put PV equal to MRT. We will get the expression like T3 by T4 is equal to P3 by P4 whole power gamma minus 1 divided by gamma. So, if we first move towards the PV diagram, and if you look at the PV diagram, you can see 1 to 2 is the isentropic compression and 3 to 4 is the isentropic expansion. If the both processes are isentropic, it means the entropy will remain same. So, I can write the pressure ratios like from process 1 to 2, pressure ratio P to higher pressure to lower pressure is equal to process 3 to 4 higher pressure divided by the lower pressure. This is true only if the process is isentropic, because the system has to move towards the original condition. So system will regain, or it means similarly हम कह सकते हैं कि system अपनी properties को repeat करेगा. जितना compression में pressure increase हुआ, similar drop will occur in case of the expansion process. So the pressure ratios will be equal. So if the pressure ratios will be equal, so I can write T4. It is the pressure ratio. We can write this is the RP. This pressure ratio is equal to RP. So similarly, I can write T3 by T4 is equal to T2 by T1 is equal to RP gamma minus 1 divided by gamma. In your book, the gamma is replaced by K. So you can use, in some book use K, some book use gamma, any of the term you can use. So this is the expression. Let's say I will call this is the equation number A. Okay. Now if we interchange the terms, अगर मैं यहाँ से interchange करूँ terms को, तो I can simply write interchanging A के अंदर हम करें T4 by T1 is equal to T4 को इस साइड पे ले T3 by T2 is equal to RP gamma minus 1 divided by gamma. So put all these values in the formula of efficiency. Efficiency के लिए हमने formula final formula drive किया था. That is efficiency is equal to 1 minus T1 by T2 into T4 by T3 divided by T3 minus T2. यहाँ पे सब values put कर दें अगर हम. So what we will get, the final value will look like. So if we put all the values here, the value of T1 by T2, it will be 1 over RP gamma minus 1 divided by gamma. The value of T4 by T3 will be equal to RP gamma minus 1 over gamma minus 1 divided by RP gamma minus 1 gamma minus 1. So both the terms will cancel out. So final the efficiency will be equal to 1 over RP gamma minus 1 divided by gamma. So this is the efficiency for the Brayton cycle. So if you see, the efficiency of the Brayton cycle is depend on the two main parameters. One is the RP. So first parameter is the RP, known as the simply we call it is the pressure ratio, and second is the gamma, that is the specific heat. This efficiency we calculated by assuming cold air standard assumption. Already discussed the meaning of cold air standard, that is, we use the room temperature condition. So, if we change the specific heat or pressure ratios, then definitely the efficiency will be changed. So, let's see how the efficiency will change by changing the pressure ratio. So, if we draw the general diagram, let's say like the formula 1 minus 1 over RP gamma minus 1 over gamma. So, if I draw the graph between efficiency and RP, pressure ratio, what the general trend we see in initially the pressure ratio, by increasing the pressure ratio, the efficiency will be, but finally it starts moving toward the decreasing trend. एक पॉइंट आता है कि हम प्रेशर रेशियो इंक्रीज करते हैं तो एफिशिएंसी भी इंक्रीज करते हैं. जनरली द गैस टरबाइन प्रेशर रेशियो lie between 11 to 16. So next point is कि ये efficiency, why this efficiency decrease? So if we draw the TS diagram, let's say draw the TS diagram here. The TS diagram looks like, अब इस TS diagram में देखिए, one we have the T minimum and second one is the T maximum. इस TS diagram के अंदर what we can do, we can only change the T maximum temperature. क्यों? Because T minimum is the ambient temperature. Ambient temperature we can't change. It means simply we can say T1 is the ambient temperature. It means हम T1 को change नहीं कर सकते. T1 को तो change नहीं कर सकते, तो definitely T1, T2 जो होगा, it depends on T1. T1 के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा, और T3 क्या है, that is the maximum temperature. वो T3 maximum temperature हमारे पास कैसे आएगा? By using the combustion. जितनी ज्यादा heat addition होगा, more the heat addition, more the T3. It means there is a temperature, only the T3 we can change. More heat addition, more T3. And finally the T4. T4 किसके ऊपर further depend करेगा? It depends on the T3. So the only temperature that we can change is the T3. But how can we increase? How maximum we can change the T3? Definitely T3 को हम change कर सकते हैं for certain limit. वो limit क्या होगी? Material of blades. The maximum temperature that blade can withstand. अब ऐसा तो नहीं कि हम एक ऐसा हमारे पास मटेरियल है, लेट्स हम एल्युमिनियम के ब्लेड्स बनाए हैं, एंड एल्युमिनियम लेट्स से कैन विथस्टैंड मैक्सिमम 750 डिग्री सेल्सियस. पीछे से हम जो कंबस्टन का टेम्परेचर दे रहे हैं दैट इज 1000 डिग्री सेल्सियस. हमारा तो ऑपरेशन वर्किंग यहीं पे फेल हो जाएगी. इट मींस हमारे पास हम T3 को कहां तक लिमिट कर सकते हैं? इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द लिमिट ऑफ द मटेरियल. ओके, सो इट मींस हमने मैक्सिमम एक T मैक्सिमम सेलेक्ट कर लिया. लेट्स से मैंने इसी T मैक्सिमम को रखते हुए और T मिनिमम को डिजाइन करते हुए मैंने देखना है कि एफिशिएंसी इंक्रीज, कंप्रेशन रेशियो इंक्रीज करने के साथ व्हाट विल बी द इफेक्ट ऑन द एफिशिएंसी. इनिशियली मैं यहाँ से एक साइकिल ड्रॉ करती हूँ. दिस इज द इनिशियल साइकिल. मेरे पास ये इनिशियल साइकिल, आई कॉल हियर द प्रेशर रेशियो. इस केस में मेरे पास प्रेशर रेशियो 2. दिस इज द प्रोसेस 1 2 3 4. अब हमने क्या करना है? मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर हमारा कांस्टेंट है बिकॉज वी कैन नॉट इंक्रीज द मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर टू अ सर्टेन लिमिट. अच्छा, अब हम सर्टेन टेम्परेचर हमने मैक्सिमम यहाँ तक T3 हमने ड्रॉ कर लिया. अब मैं प्रेशर रेशियो इंक्रीज कर रही हूँ. प्रेशर रेशियो में लेट्स से इंक्रीज करके 2 पॉइंट को हम ले आते हैं 2 डैश के ऊपर, और 3 पॉइंट मेरे पास इंक्रीज होके आ जाते हैं. लेट्स से दिस इज द 3 डैश. वी ड्रॉ द साइकिल. अब मैं साइकिल को अगर रेड से ड्रॉ करूँ, so this is the cycle will look like this red portion. this area under the curve. In case of one, the area under the curve is shown by the black. In case of another, let's say I call the pressure ratio in case is 8. अब यहाँ से clearly show हो रहा है कि हमारे पास this much area we can say it is increased. अच्छा, if we increase the further, let's say I increase up to this point, 2 double dash. This is the point, here the 3 double dash. Now the area is reduced to a very small. It means the area under the curve reduce हो रहा है. This TS diagram represents the heat transfer. Heat transfer हमारे पास reduce हो रहा है. Net heat transfer. If net heat transfer according to first law, W depend on the delta Q. Delta Q is decreasing, it means W is decreasing. And if W is decreasing, it means efficiency is decreasing. That's why we cannot increase the pressure ratio to a certain limit. So if we want to fix that WT3 and W net is increasing by increasing the pressure ratio, it reaches to a maximum and then start decreasing. So a compromise exists between the pressure ratio and the net work output. So if the lesser work output per cycle, it means larger mass flow rate is needed to maintain the same power output, which is not economic. So अगर हम एक पैरामीटर चेंज करते हैं तो उसके correspondingly we have to increase or decrease the other further parameters. So what we have to do if we want to increase the W net? So it means अगर हम W net increase करना चाहते हैं, net work output increase करना चाहते हैं, तो we have to take the following measures. वो following measures हमारे पास क्या हो सकते हैं? So if we want to increase the W net, so the first step is we can increase the mass flow rate. अभी हमने डिस्कस किया कि mass flow rate increase करने से हमारे पास definitely mass flow rate of fuel और then high rate to the fuel ratios to be. Second हमारे पास क्या हो सकते हैं? Second हमारे पास हो सकते हैं हम CP increase करें. CP increase करें. CP basically increase करने का क्या मतलब? Basically it is the supply heat. We will supply heat to increase the temperature. टेम्परेचर ज्यादा हीट सप्लाई करेंगे टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करने के लिए, which in return mean increasing the translational motion of molecules. अगर उनकी ट्रांसलेशनल मोशन इंक्रीज करेगी, इट मींस काइनेटिक एनर्जी भी इंक्रीज होगी और वो हमारे पास एट दैट हमारे पास जो है मोर वर्क आउटपुट हमें चाहिए. थर्ड हमारे पास जो ऑप्शन हो सकती है दैट इज T3 इंक्रीज करेंगे. बट अभी हमने डिस्कस किया व्हिच इज द पीक टेंपरेचर इन द साइकिल और उस T3 को हम कहां तक इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं अप टू द सर्टेन मटेरियल. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन इंक्रीज द net work output for the cycle. So this is all about the jet Brayton cycle or the gas. Okay. One more important term that is used in the Brayton cycle is the back work. So what is the back work? अभी हमने देखा compressor and turbine are mounted on a same side. It means हमारे पास the work produced by the turbine network, some of it is used for the power production or in the jet engine, gas turbine power plant, any of the हमारे जो भी demand है according use करते हैं, and some of the work is used to supply the compressor. It means अगर हमारे पास if we have a large, so this amount of work that is supplied to the compressor is known as the back work. वो हम क्या कहते हैं? Back work. It means अगर हमारे पास हम compressor work, if we have a larger mass flow rate, it means we required a compressor of a larger quantity or a bigger compressor we are required. तो उसके accordingly हमारे पास turbine का size increase है, so that it can produce the maximum work. Secondly हमारे पास जो आता है इसमें जब turbine और compressor इनकी shaft के ऊपर exert है, तो जब कंप्रेसर से इसमें गैसेस एंटर होती हैं और इससे साइमल्टेनियसली टरबाइन भी वर्क कर रहा होता है, तो देयर इज सम बैक प्रेशर एक्सर्ट हो रहा है टरबाइन कंप्रेसर के ऊपर, और इट कैन बी एक्सर्टेड बाय द कंप्रेसर ऑन टू द टरबाइन. So we have to overcome this back pressure. So there are certain parameters that affect the efficiency, not only the pressure ratio. हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि single pressure ratio या single जो हमारे पास specific heat ratio that affect the efficiency. There are hundreds of other parameters, and one of the major parameters is the back pressure. That is exerted because यहाँ से intake हो रहा है continuously fresh air का, और दूसरी तरफ से यहाँ पे हाई टेम्परेचर गैसेस जब एक्सपेंड करिए, सो जब यहाँ से इनटेक होगा दोनों एक ही शेप के ऊपर माउंट है, तो हमारे पास कुछ ना कुछ बैक प्रेशर भी इसके ऊपर एक्सर्ट हो रहा है. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द Brayton cycle. Next we will discuss different numerical problems related to the Brayton cycle. Thank you.